So I guess I have to do today's video in 2 clips. I've restarted several times, but I was gonna say that at the beginning of my first video that I actually posted today. I have struggled with technology greatly during this process. I've just decided that on my Monday video clips, as far as this whole vlogging thing, I want to just share some of the real life experiences that I'm going through, maybe share some of the things that I've learned through similar experiences or current endeavors. And then hopefully at some point I find the time to be writing and getting a little bit more in depth with some of my life experiences and what I've learned as I've navigated through it. It seems so dark all of a sudden. Maybe the clouds just came over. I have the curtains open next to me, but I don't have the dining room light on. So anyway, I would say that that's partly the Chronicles of Amber on my Halfway There blog. I am halfway there. I've at least getting there on learning the technology and sticking with it. I've told myself, like, even if I'm frustrated, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep putting my best foot forward. I've committed to a year, even if nothing more comes from it than having a collective place for my friends and family. I have always said that I would love to write a book someday, and so if I can use this as part of the process to get there, then I definitely will. So just an overview of tips for hosting, making sure everybody's comfortable, accommodating food preferences, make sure that you interact with all of your guests and know that it's a compliment when you're asked to host. Any other amenities that you might need when you go somewhere, you should take note of it. Like, oh my gosh, I really want to make sure that doesn't happen to Uncle Bobby. Actually, my uncle's name is Uncle Jerry, but like, oh, they get to the bathroom and there's no whatever, hand soap or extra toiletries or whatnot. The other thing I wanted to talk about today was just some of our challenges with our 2 oldest boys who are getting ready to spread their wings and leave the nest. John and I had a counseling session today, and we're trying to set goals with them and help them to enter into the real world and maybe do it a little different than how it played out for us. Not saying that our journey has been bad, but we started out by having them at a very young age, and we would like them to learn things through our experiences if at all possible. Let's see if I can move so I can get that glare off of here. So Landon is a senior, and we had a short visit with him today while he was on his flex schedule about that we'll still do the senior trip. We're still going to do his party. If he and Keith wanted to room together, that we would be very much open to it and help them with groceries, or, you know, basically that they would not go without a meal. And I know yesterday in visiting with my aunt who stayed late, so that's a compliment in itself that maybe you're doing something right as far as hosting when your guests aren't in a hurry to leave. We had a conversation about it's really not our job to label our kids as the quiet one, the shy one, the this or that. I had just read an article about it, and it was very eye-opening, and I'm not sure that I've labeled my kids. I've always tried to keep it very even schmeven because I struggle with that, feeling like I wasn't looked at the same way as my other siblings, which who knows, maybe my parents were trying to keep it all even schmeven, and maybe it was my own interpretation of what was going on that was misconstrued. But just so that in my own heart that I know that I've done everything I can to keep it even amongst our kids. Oh, I hate that glare, and I don't know how to get rid of it. I don't know if I should be more towards the light or less towards the light, but or even have my flash on, which I don't think it allows me to turn it on in the middle of a video. I'm almost done here. Another thing to learn. So that is a really awesome tip for any of you that decided to listen to this clear through the end, is just to not label your kid as the quiet one, the athletic one, the, oh, she doesn't study, she doesn't get her work turned in, this or that. because I think we as human beings, even especially as a child, the opinion of our parents is important. We value it greatly, and so then it can be ingested in lots of different ways. I think the way that I handled it is that I ended up becoming strong-willed and learning who I am and navigating. I'm super sensitive. I'm overly compulsive. Yeah, I'm all these things that are considered hard characteristics, but at the end of the day, I am who I am.